It is a wonderful thing for our businessmen and our manufacturers and our unemployed to taste hope again. But they must not allow anyone to put them back in the gold cage where they have been pining their hearts out all these years.
Today, the case for a gold-based monetary system is dismissed out of hand, in parrot-like unison. A century ago, opposition to gold-based monetary systems was ridiculed as the amateurish rants of cranks. A crucial phenomenon this reveals is that establishment economics is downstream from politics, just as politics is downstream from culture and morals. If the philosophy of a previously free nation changes for the worse, like towards authoritarianism, such that the voters demand that government exert free rein in money and public finance, with unlimited scope for fiscal profligacy, any type of gold standard will have to relent. The gold standard wasn't suspended in 1933-1934 because it caused the Great Depression or the wave of bank failures, nor did it disappear in 1971 because it somehow didn't work anymore.
Now, what is this action, which is very technical, what does it mean for you?
It has been gone since 1971 because fiscal alchemists in charge of profligate states couldn't make it work like magic, meaning they couldn't expand the gold supply as much as they expanded government.
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
50 years without a gold-based monetary system is not only unprecedented in human history, but unfriendly to economic prosperity. The terrible legacy of this fundamentally arbitrary system, one endorsed by Marxists, Keynesians, and monetarists alike, is a sustained erosion of sound finance. A minimalist, more constitutionally limited government prevailed under the classical gold coin standard. It was 4 decades of free trade, no income tax, no central bank, no welfare state, and no major wars. Subsequent versions were accompanied by massive increases in the welfare state. Gold money suffered amid wars, deep recessions and depressions, systemic bank failures, and mass unemployment. Disingenuous observers and perpetrators of these various catastrophes cleverly and falsely blamed the gold standard and capitalism, even as each was assaulted in accord with the wishes of socialists and fascists. Successively weaker versions of the gold standard over the century of 1870 to 1971 mirrored successively stronger, more statist, invasive versions of the US federal governance. The welfare state has grown enormously, but for electoral reasons it can't be sustained by ever higher taxes. It needs more deficit spending, hence more public debt, hence more debt monetization, hence more fiat money creation. None of that is consistent with a gold standard. Statism largely explains why gold-based money was jettisoned and why its restoration won't come easily or soon. It's not the mechanics of gold that bar a clear path to monetary sanity. In fact, it isn't very difficult to end central banking and reinstate the gold standard. The root problem is that central banks exist not to fix market failure, smooth the business cycle, or fight inflation, but to facilitate public profligacy. Thus, central banks will persist so long as fiscal profligacy persists.
This is only the first step in a long road we will have to travel and must travel. But we are going to get this done because we so fervently believe that we must make average American lives a whole lot better.
And the latter will persist and even intensify the longer we're left to work without gold money.
We have nothing to fear, honestly nothing. So often, in the past 10 years, I have had to prophesy evil. But now, a great weight is lifted from us, a great tension relieved. There's no danger of the exchange falling too far. There's no danger of a serious rise in the cost of living. The worst I should expect would be a return to the prices of some 2 years ago.